The next match is going to be a big one. It's going to be a 2 out of 3 falls match. It's going to be for the WWE Tag Team Championships. It's going to be the New Day going up against Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. A lot of guys in this match that honestly I really, really like and want to see them have a bright future in the WWE, bigger than the tag team division is right now. Tyson Kidd, Cesaro, and Big E Langston. There's a lot of people that push that Kidd and Cesaro, two of the most underrated guys in all of WWE, very, just underutilized, and putting them in this tag team championship run has really been able to show off how good these guys really are. They just clicked instantly as a tag team after being paired together last December, and they've been going for it. A New Day it seems like something has been planned since the summer. Of course, everybody remembers the match. Xavier Woods came running down in his red suit, looking like he was Johnny Cochran or Malcolm X or something like that. Talking to Kofi Kingston and Biggie Langston about black wrestlers being held down and not being able to get going. And one thing led to another, and WWE thought that was a bad idea, but they kept the New Day together after putting them on ice for almost 2 months before actually bringing them out as the New Day. Doing the claps. And it just never really worked. I think people really thought this was going to be the new Nation of Domination, and ended up being, I have no clue what this ended up being. But 3 guys that have a whole lot of talent that really seem like they don't really care just as long as they're having a good time. Xavier Woods is coming off being featured on the E60 series. He's got a whole big spotlight on him, people coming over to watch him. After being featured on ESPN, that's got to be a good rub to give to the guys. Some people said that's the reason why at Extreme Rules, the New Day won the Tag Team Championships, just so they could be a happy ending at the end of the documentary, basically saying that Xavier Woods now was a Tag Team Champion, and he was a part of a big role in WWE, because that's the way they sort of portrayed him on the E60 series, even though a lot of that footage was filmed a long time ago, and they just took a long time to edit the package and put it up on ESPN. The whole thing got started with the New Day's heel turn on Monday Night Raw during their number 1 contenders match against the Lucha Dragon. Basically Xavier Woods was on the outside, and he was holding one of the Lucha Dragon's legs, so that way they couldn't answer the call of the 10 count, and they lost via count out to a New Day. A New Day moved on, becoming the number 1 contenders. They're shocking the world, really, by beating Kidd and Cesaro when Big E Langston was able to get the pin. And of course, they had the big-time celebration, and they really haven't stopped celebrating ever since winning the championships. They go to SmackDown, where Kidd and Cesaro were able to say that they wanted their rematch, and during that match, it seemed that Kidd and Cesaro were rolling on all cylinders, and during that match, Xavier Woods jumped up into the ring, causing a disqualification. After the match was over, we got to see the real, flat-out heel turn from a New Day by throwing Tyson Kidd shoulder first into the ring post, knocking him out, and then Cesaro had to take on a New Day 3-1. With the New Day coming out, basically just putting the beat down on them. Now, the New Day, they're heelish, but they're not really, they're just full-on heels. Kidd and Cesaro were heels, now they're baby faces. The whole tag team division is just turned upside down. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense of what's going down with these guys. But in this match, I'm praying that Kidd and Cesaro are able to get their championships back. It's after the E60 series. The championships are going to be held up 2 weeks later inside the Elimination Chamber. That's going to be fun in its own. Are they going to be shoving guys inside of the pods, or is it just going to be 3 teams with 6 guys? I remember last year when they did the 6-man, basically with the Shield going up against the Wyatt family. Of course, this was the first time that these guys were going to go at it, and a lot of people thought that was match of the year last year. But I was thinking, because there were 6 guys, would they find a way to use the Elimination Chamber and treat it a lot like a War Games would be? Is it going to be 3 teams, and you're going to have a guy in each pod, and then 2 guys start the match, and then do elimination style rules, since this is the Elimination Chamber, and find out who the last standing team would be. Or you get to do 6 teams, where you have 2 guys slammed in each pod, waiting for their time to enter into the ring. And I think that's they're gonna have to figure out over the next 2 days. Do they want to elevate that many tag teams to get in there? But I'm looking forward to that more than I'm looking forward to this. This is 2 out of 3 falls. I do remember the rumor of basically saying that Natalya was going to be a part of this match to equal things out. Maybe she'll be added on SmackDown, or maybe she'll be added, at the last minute during the pre-show in order to, even out the odds. Because Xavier Woods, even though he's not, part of the team wrestling in the ring, as the 3rd member of the New Day, he's been poking his nose into the match and, causing disqualifications and things like that. So, even at Extreme Rules, we saw Natalya knock out Xavier Woods. So maybe we'll see her actually get into the ring and actually get physical during this match. But I've heard a lot of negative things, people saying about Lucha Underground with the guys versus girls. And, maybe WWE doesn't want to go down that road. So we'll see what goes down with this. My pick is going to be Kidd and Cesaro. Really hope they get the titles back. Really, great talents, and they need to be handled well.